And hello everyone, this is Yugioh. Welcome back to the channel. So today, the day of this recording, July 22nd, is the release date in the OCG for the next core set after Duelist Nexus, Age of Overlord. So I was very lucky enough to go to my locals. I had to go all the way to Shibuya again, and I was able to get 2 boxes of this. So I'm going to crack these up and see what we can get. So what is in this set? Well, there's a few things. So you can see here, we got new pendulum support. We have a new Zark. Though, not gonna lie, looking at this, I did not realize Zark had such a pinchable waist. So new pendulum cards, retrains of Zark and Darkworm, and I think Astrograph Edition as well. A new archetype based around Snake Eye, the corrupted gem or whatever. I don't know what it's called, the TCG. It's a secret rare from Duelist Nexus that you guys have. For us, it's a rare. There's new archetype based around that, which seems kind of interesting. More Vanadium support, more continuation of the Visas lore. New Labrynth monster, which has gotten a lot of hype in the TCG, although I'm not gonna lie, I don't think the card is as good as people make it out to be. But any further ado, let's just crack this box open. Let's see what we can get. We're looking for the Labrynth Mommy. We're looking for Zark. Any quarter-century secret rare would be nice. There's probably a few other cards that I'm missing. Oh, a new Zeus counterpart, as well as a new counterpart for IP Masquerena. So let's see what we have. Oh, that looks nice. So if you've never seen an OCG box opening, please check out the channel. But the little flap on the right side has a little perforated cutout that can be turned into a token. As you can see, ours is the Zark retrain. I believe it's like Odd Eyes, like Arc Overlord Dragon. I think hence the name Age of Overlord. And we also get a +1 bonus pack that is a pack that only appears with first edition runs of these boxes. OCG doesn't really have first edition in the same way that the TCG does. So, any further ado, that's the 3rd time I said this, but let's get started on the right side. We got 15 packs. I'm very excited for the set. I don't think the set is that amazing. But I also felt that way about, I think, Extreme Force. I think that's not that amazing too, and that set had Electromite and Skull Dread and a Soul Day, so I was very quickly proven wrong. So, you know, there could be a lot of good stuff in here. So, starting off with, oh, that's right, new Watt support. So we got Watt Tuna. This is one of the cards for the Snake Eye stuff. They're all level 1 Pyros, so hope you have your bonfires, which I don't. Visas. This is another full armor seed. Is that our secret rare already? Well then, so this is our secret rare. This is Dark Hole Dragon. Basically, if a monster gets destroyed by a card that doesn't target it, you can summon it from your hand or graveyard. And then during the end phase of the turn, it's special summoned. You get to add a Dark Hole from deck or grave to hand. It's a cute card. It's not good, but it's kind of cute. Well, unfortunately, since we pulled our secret, I believe that means that we are not getting our quarter-century secret in this box. But that's okay. We're gonna try to get in the next one. Armored. Oh, that's right. Some Horus cards. The Horus cards, looking to pick up a few of these, they look quite strong. If you don't know, they're just level 8s that can just summon themselves back from the graveyard as long as you have, I think it's like a certain sarcophagus on the board. So they just enable rank 8 strategies, which seems kind of dangerous. So Snake Eye, and oh, that's right, we have TG support in this pack, or TG support in this set. The TG support's actually quite good, I think. Their new level 12. Was it TG Glaive Blaster? Hoping to pick up one of those because the card just looks really cool. It's also really good. If we pull it, I'll point it out to you. Oh, there's TG Mighty Striker. Oh, Snake Eye. This is one of the new Zark cards. The Pendulum, Evolution, and well, there he is. There is the new Zark himself. This is Supreme King Heavenly Dragon, Odd Eyes, Arc Ray Dragon. This card has a lot of text because it's a pendulum monster. I'm not going to read it, but look at that art. I will say this card looks really nice. Did I see that right? Hold on. I don't know if that was. Hold on. That's kind of alti? And whoa. Oh my goodness. That's this set is this box is wasted no time with all the cool cards. This is Vader Upanishad. This card looks amazing. Look at that art. Oh my goodness. This card is kind of interesting. I think it's something along the lines of like if your opponent summons a monster from their extra deck while you control it as a monster, you can like banish, what is it, 12 cards from your hand, a cannon, grave, or extra deck face down, and then it becomes the end phase of the turn. It's basically a turn skip. The card's not good, I don't think, but it's really funny. Oh, card scanner. This card's kind of interesting. So if you don't know what it does, during the main phase, you declare a card type monster spell or trap. Both players look at the bottom card of their deck, and if it's a card of the declared type, you add it to your hand. Otherwise, you place it on top of your deck. This card seems really good. We have Saryuja Skuldread at 3 in the format. So, you know, just put it, just stacks on the bottom, play this thing, you call the bottom card, add it back to your hand. This is really good. This card seems really good. I'm hoping to pick up a few copies because it might see play. Guy. This guy's really funny. Just a pan, you just drop on a monster. What Kingdom, and this card was kind of interesting. So if you don't look, that's Imduk and Ib. Something about like you can target a monster summon from the extra deck on the field, you put it back in the extra deck, and then you can apply a different effect depending on the monster you put back. It's like if it's Exceeds, you summon a monster at the same level, you go to its rank, etc., etc. Well, this is a new Vanquish Soul card. I don't know what he does actually. He's a worm though. I don't remember him being that like crazy, but he might be really good in the deck. I don't really know Vanquish Soul that well. A new Dino. What, Tuna? Pendulums, and another Snake Eye card. The Snake Eye stuff seems interesting. I kind of want to build a deck around it, but I don't have Bonfire. And Bonfire's not cheap, because they said it came in. Animation Chronicle has some kind of good chase cards, and they're hard to pull. Agents. Oh, Earthbound Servant, Geogramlina. This card's actually really good. I think it's like it requires an Earthbound monster and a Dark monster. It has some effect where you burn your opponent. Let's see, what does it do? If this card is special summoned, you can add 1 Earthbound monster from your deck to your hand. If you're dark, you can target 1 Dark Synchro monster you control. You can attack directly. And then, if a monster on your opponent's field is destroyed by an Earthbound monster card effect, you can target 1 of those destroyed monsters and inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original attack. These are hard ones. All these effects are hard ones for turns. People, I think, were speculating this could be like a decent FTK enabler. I'm not really sure how. And another, I think it's like called Tainted Treasures. That's what it localized as of this video. Oh, okay, more Horus stuff. We've been pulling a few. We still need that sarcophagus card for that. This is a Drinking Lightworm. Excellent, we got it. Okay, so this is SP Little Knight. So this card requires 2 effect monsters. It's a Link to Dark warrior monster. You can only use first and second effect of this card once per turn. If this card is Link summoned using a Fusion, Synchro, Exceed, or Link monster as material, you can target 1 card on your opponent's field or in their graveyard and banish it. Also, you cannot attack. Please, you cannot attack directly with monster for the rest of this turn. The other effect is when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can target 1 monster you control, and another. You can target 2 monsters on the field, including a monster you control, and then banish them until the end phase. This card is crazy. This card seems incredibly good. It's the spot removal banish. If you just have 2 monsters, you can't do anything with. And then if your opponent activates a card effect, you can banish it out of the EMZ, plus a monster that they control, and then put this card back in like the middle monster zone, and then you can just Pendulum summon for free. This card seems really strong. I'm glad we picked up a copy. And another Horus card. So, only 4 foils so far. We've actually pulled 1 of every different kind. So we still have quite a few more supers and ultras to pull. Scanner, nice. Oh, there's a Sarcophagus card that you need for Horus. Unfortunately, though, because it's a rare, my guess is we're only going to get 1. Generally speaking, I feel like rares are a lot harder to pull in OCG boxes because, you know, you only get 1, because there are more rares than there are foils, and every foil can come in a higher rarity. So it's not unheard of that you can pull 2 copies of the same foil card in a box. But it's hard to do it with a rare. Oh, Synchro. Oh, okay, this is TG Over Dragner. Requires 1 tune plus 1 non-dual monsters. Only first effect this card once per turn. The second effect, if this card is destroyed, draw a card. The first effect is if this card is Synchro summoned, you can special summon any number of TG monsters from your graveyard in defense position, and then you're locked into TG for the rest of the turn. I mean, this card is amazing for TGs. I don't know how good it... I mean, I don't think how TGs will be that good, you know, in the grand scheme of things, but it is nice that they got to get support. TGs is kind of this forgotten 5Ds deck, but I'm trying to think of... I'm trying to remember. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, that was a thing. This is a very Visas heavy pack. Well, that's our second of that other trap card. I mean, I was considering testing out in Labrynth, but I don't think it's very good. Counter trap. Oh, this card. This card is interesting. I forget the name. Angel Ring. That's what it's called. Angel Ring. So I believe it's you can equip this card onto a monster with an equip card, and you can only control one Angel Ring. You can negate when a spell card activated by the opponent resolves on the field. You can negate that effect once per turn. That does not activate, so it can negate Super Polymerization. Once per turn, if this card is equipped to a monster, you can gain 500 life points. Then, destroy this card, and if you do, you can apply the following effect. That effect is, while the monster equipped with this card is on the field, it cannot be targeted by opponent's card effects. This card is really good. There aren't a lot of decks that are playing equip cards right now. There is a question of, can you equip this with Braver Dragon, because it equips simultaneously? I don't think you can. But having like a lingering non-targeting effect seems really, really strong. And the decks that would play something like this, things like Barrier Stun or Border Stun, are not very fun to play with, so just keep an eye on that card. I don't think it's going to be very good, but I think the decks that might play this card are decks that are just not very fun to deal with anyway. And more Zark support. Okay, so we kind of breezed through only a handful of foils. Not very many, actually. We're still missing, I think, maybe at least an Ultra or two, and maybe like 2 more super rares. There's still a chance to get that Labrynth mommy. Horus? Oh! Ah! Infernal Flame Banshee. The retrain of Infernal Flame Vixen, if you remember that card all the way back. I think it was like Cosmo Blazar. Geogram Lena. Oh! Oh, that's right. This is, that's right. Nouvelle got a new Pendulum monster. I don't know if this card's that good, but... Yeah, another Watt. Jeez, Horus, Vanquish Soul. This is the Vanquish Soul like move for that other guy. And Fire. What is this? Fire Recovery. This is the card that Axel plays. So, I think in my last video with Animation Chronicle, I called Bonfire the card that Axel used. Actually, he didn't use it. He used Fire Recovery. The nurse, Miss Fontaine, used Bonfire to start burning algae. That's right. That's right. Shinobird's got support in this set. It's kind of cute. I like Shinobirds, and when they could summon Amino from the deck, and then I realized just how broken that was, and now I don't like him anymore. Oh, another Darkhold Dragon. Oh no, this does not bode well. There was a time I bought like a bunch of Bursts of Destiny boxes, and over the course of I think it's like 2 or 3 Bursts of Destiny boxes, I ended up with 5 Borreload Riot Dragons. I was so mad. More stuff. And oh, he's an Ultra. So this is the card that you kind of need for the whole Horus deck to work. He searches the sarcophagus, and I think he lets you draw. So I'm glad we picked him up. Why is he here? He goes over there. So I think that's probably our last Ultra. So we're still waiting on maybe like 1 more super rare, which is good because I think that Labrynth monster is a super rare. Oh, another TG card. got him. Excellent. So this is Labrynth. This is Arias, the Labrynth Butler. You can summon this card from your hand or field to the graveyard during either player's turn. Special summon a Labrynth monster from your hand, or set one normal trap directly from your hand, and it can be activated this turn. That's his first effect. The second effect is if this card is in your graveyard and your opponent activates a card or effect in response to one of your Labrynth card effects, you can or normal trap effect, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. She is crazy. I know people were really hyping her up because like, oh, you can go turn 0 D barrier. I don't think that's really worth it. Something in Labrynth you might be able to make use out of it, but Labrynth already aren't playing a lot of trap cards. I feel like she's maybe like a 1 or 2 of in the deck already. I feel like she's not, again, she's a really good card, don't get me wrong. But I know that people in the TC were kind of losing their mind over this card, right? Oh, you could set Dynamorphia Frenzy on your opponent's turn, get a Rexterm, that's a floodgate. You could set D barrier, you set a turn 0 Eradicator. Like, come on. I don't think that this card is so good that it's going to see play in like every single deck. In Labrynth, it's probably made like a 1 or 2 of. I'm glad that we pulled it though. Hopefully we can get one more. The quarter century secret for her is like 200 yen. Not 200, $200. Oh, we have an Ogdatic monster. What does this card do? Let's see. If this card is in your graveyard, if your opponent sends if a monster is sent from your opponent's hand or deck to the graveyard, you can special summon this card. Okay. And then for the rest of the turn, you cannot summon special monsters except for reptiles. If you control this card, special summon from the graveyard, you can target one monster in your graveyard except this card. Another Nephilibis, and special summon it. I mean, probably really good for Ogdatics. I'm happy they got it. I liked Ogdatis when they first came out. I spent a lot on trying to build that deck, and then I realized how bad they were. But that card actually seems decent. Oh, this is Synchro Rumble. This was like the final card revealed in the Age of Overlord OCG Times news. It was not worth the review. They spent the last reveal on a rare. Like, come on. Oh, I think this is our last super. This is Supreme King Gate Magician. This is the redeemed form of Astrograph. I think this card's actually pretty decent. I don't know what it does, though. It's a pendulum monster, too much text, I'm not going to read it. Snake Eyes. A new Gaia monster. I think this card requires the Gaia that was released back in Duelist Nexus. I think he's pretty good, but you know, you have to put the Gaia monster from Duelist Nexus, and no one's doing that. Striker. Alright, so I think these last 3 packs aren't going to be anything. We've probably gone through all of our supers. I think we've gone to all of our foils right now. Yeah, I think these are the last ones. Anything good in the close? Hello? No. Okay, one more pack. I don't see anything. And, oh, nice. Second sarcophagus. I guess it's proven wrong. We got 2. Okay, so moment of truth. Here we go. This is the bonus pack. So in the bonus pack, what can you get? You can get anything. Super, ultra, secret, quarter century. You can also get, I believe it's Magician of Bonds and Unity. This is they're reprinting it again. It was first revealed in Duelist Nexus. It only comes in this pack, so they're doing it again for Age of Overlord. I mean, we're not pulling it. It's like, I think it's so crazy expensive, but any spell will do. But probably it's going to be like another Dark Hole Dragon. 3, 2, 1. Well, you know what? I can't be mad at this. I am always happy to pull a quarter century secret rare. I've tried to pull a Starlight or quarter century secret rare, something like this, from every single box set that I open. So far, I've done pretty well so far. Only a handful that I haven't pulled one from. I haven't pulled one from Dawn of Majesty, Power of the Elements, and I think that's it actually. So I'm very happy we got this. So overall, not a bad first box. You know, not too thrilled about a secret rare to be fair, but you know, we got a quarter century secret. We got the Labrynth Mommy. We got the Horus card. We got the good Horus one. And we got Little Knight. So, let's crack open the second box. See you guys in a little bit. Actually, before we crack open this box, I just realized I never actually read what that Horus Ultra does. So the Horus Ultra says, let's see, you can only special this card with its first effect once per turn, and you can only use the second and third effect with this card once per turn. So the first effect is if you control Pharaoh Sarcophagus, you can summon this card from your graveyard. You can discard this 2 cards, including this card, and then add 1 Pharaoh Sarcophagus from your deck to your hand, then draw 1 card. And while this card is in your spell, it is in your monster zone, and another card you control leaves the field by an opponent's card, send 1 card. You can send 1 card on the field to the graveyard. He's really good. You know, just searches this thing, which gets all your Horus monsters. Every Horus monster has the effect that summons itself back from the graveyard if you have the Sarcophagus, and draws you a card. So I've seen people in Zodiac just cooking up some pretty crazy boards with these, because they're just recurable level 8s. Keep in mind, we also have Infection Buzzking now in the OCG, which is kind of like Diabellestar at home. So we'll save that off to the side. We have 15 or 30 more packs of Age of Overlord. See if we can get anything else good. Looking for another copy of the Labrynth. Looking for... We got Little Knight. We're looking for maybe another Starlight. That'd be nice. Looking for the new Zeus monster. That's the last thing we need. I believe that's an ultra rare. Alright, some Shino birds. Alright, starting off nice and slow. I like it. I like it. I don't like it when like the secret rare is like on top of the box, because then it just kind of kills the fun of the rest of the box, you know? And oh, so this is like Dark Witch Diabellestar. So this card is supposed to be related to the Snake Eye cards. So what do you do? So you can special summon this card from your hand by sending 1 card from your hand or field to the graveyard. You can only special summon this card once per turn this way. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add 1 Tainted Treasure from yours. You can set 1 Tainted Treasure spell or trap directly from your deck. That's like, you know, the card with the wanted poster on it. That's a Tainted Treasure card. And then during your opponent's turn, if this card is sent from your hand or field to the graveyard, you can send 1 card from your hand or field to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon this card. I'd like to see what they do. I think the Snake Eye monsters have some potential. I like their gimmick. They're kind of like Crystal Beasts, but not like better. They're actually just better. And I'm hoping, you know, I'm hoping that they see some play. The meta is kind of getting stale. A lot of the Pearly, it's still dominated by Pearly and Tearlament and decks that are kind of old at this point. It's like I'm hoping that some of the newer archetypes do manage to start to see some play. And another full armor card. I like this card. It's a rank 3 detach 2 draw card. Like that seems pretty good. It's generic too. This pack is kind of heavy. I think there's a foil in here. And I lied. There's no foil. Yeah, so we're making some pretty good progress. Oh, in the back. Oh, that looks like a super. This is the next Overlord Riot Dragon. This is my Overlord Riot Dragon for the 25th anniversary. I swear to God. Swear to God, double copies of the same Secret Rare. I'm livid. I really hope I don't pull another Ultra. I'm gonna be very upset. This is the Overlord Riot Dragon. This is the next Overlord Riot Dragon. I'm gonna pull like 5 of these out of these 2 boxes. Let's watch. In here in this bonus pack, there's gonna be another one. Alright, we have a Nouvelle Chef. She's supposed to be in contention with... Oh, what was the name of the card? That Pendulum Fusion... I think it's from like Power of the Elements, the one that just requires 2 Pendulum monsters. They're supposed to be like in contention with each other. Nothing spectacular out of that pack. Although, obviously, given the amount of crap that I give Darkhold Dragon, at least the art looks really cool. This is like our 4th copy of this card. It's unusual. Well, nothing too interesting so far. Seems to be getting a lot of like the Snake Eye stuff, which is nice. Okay, so that's all the Ultra version of Vader Upanishad. I'm a little worried. We're seeing the same foils over and over and over again. We've got 3 of the same. Still looking for TG Glade Blaster, and we're still looking for the Zeus card, Divine Arsenal. I think it's Typhon. There's a Tinted. That's the Tinted treasure card I was talking about. See, it looks like a wanted poster. Oh, okay. More Horus cards. I don't know. Now that I think about it, I feel like I've seen him quite a bit. Feels like a third copy of him. Okay, well, I'll play a set of King of Pharaoh Sarcophagus. So this is Exceed the Pendulum. Link 3. This is just Beyond the Pendulum, but you know, different. Requires 2 or more monsters, including at least 1 Pendulum monster. You can only use the first and third effect of this card once per turn. If this card is Link summoned, you can add 1 Pendulum monster from your face-up extra deck to your hand. This card gains 100 attack for every pendulum monster card you control. So that includes the cards in the scale. And then the third effect is during either player's main phase. Quick effect. You can special summon 1 pendulum monster from your hand or graveyard in defense position that can be pendulum summoned with your existing pendulum scale. So if you have a scale 1 to scale 8 during opponent's turn, you can just summon a level 2 to 7 pendulum monster from your hand or graveyard. Pendulum's not a good deck, still, even with Beyond the Pendulum, but I'm waiting for like the Link 4 version, like Transcend the Pendulum or something. Go Beyond plus Ultra the Pendulum, I don't know. Alright, so we're still waiting on our ultimate rare. I kind of hope it's Speak of the Devil. There it is. And, oh, there he is. There is TG Glade Blaster. So this is a level 12 Earth machine. Requires 1 Synchro Tuner plus 2 or more non-tuner Synchro monsters, so it's like Blazar Dragon. Must be Synchro summoned. During either player's turn, you can target 1 monster that was special summoned from the extra deck and banish it. You can use this effect per turn a number of times, up to the number of non-tuner monsters used for this card's Synchro summon. So you get 2 banishes. And the other effect is once per turn, if a monster is banished face up, you can target 1 of those monsters and then summon it to your field, ignoring its summoning conditions. The summoning requirements are extremely high, but like basically you banish a monster and then steal it, like anything, like that's crazy. That's just really good. This is like what Taurus, I think. I'm so happy that Watt's got support. Like it's just it's like one of the more forgettable archetypes, but it's nice when Konami kind of pays those archetypes some love. Let's watch like in the next set. I think it's Phantom Nightmare. That's the next set. We get like frickin' Malice Boris support. Okay, there's the Ogdatic monster again. Another Fire Recovery. Not bad. More Shino Birds. Oh, there's TG Rocket Salamander. So this card says you can only use the first and second effect of this card once per turn. You can tribute one TG monster you control, and then special summon from your deck a TG monster with a different name than that monster. If you control a machine type TG monster, you can target one level 4 or lower TG monster in your graveyard, special summon in defense, but negate its effects. This card's really good for TGs. If only it could special summon itself. Alright, Vsauce Samsara. So we've got how many ultras? Only so 2 ultras. I think we're waiting on 1 more. So there's a chance that last ultra is T-PHON. Synchro Rumble. Okay, so this is Snake Eye XL. Yeah, we also have Snake Eye PowerPoint and Snake Eye Word. No. So you can only use the first and second effect of this card once per turn to level 1 Pyro. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 level 1 Fire Pyro monster from your deck to your hand. So this searches No, it does search Kurikara. Sorry, it searches a level 1 Fire attribute monster from your deck to your hand. So yeah, it does search Kurikara. You can send 2 cards you control to the graveyard, including this card. And then you can special summon 1 Snake Eye monster from your hand or deck except this card. Again, I hope that this Snake Eye archetype is going to be good. It feels like they have everything going for them. But we'll see. I don't know how well they'll do against like a X Pro Noir. Or just like anything that Tyrlman does. And I guess this is a lot ultra. So this is the other Snake Eye card. What is this card name? This is Snake Eye. Let's see. So Snake Eye Flamberge Dragon. This is a level 8 Fire Dragon monster. You can only use each effect of this card once per turn. You can target 1 monster when your opponent's face of field or in their graveyard. Place that monster in your spell and trap zone as place that card in its owner's spell and trap zone face up as a continuous spell card. During your opponent's turn quick effect, you can target 1 monster on the field that's being treated as a continuous spell card, and special summon it to your field. Alright, that seems really good. And then, if this card is sent from the hand or field to the graveyard, you can special summon 2 level 1 Fire attribute monsters. I think this guy can summon the big dragon. I kind of want to, pardon the expression, I kind of want to cook with this deck. I want to see what it can do. I have a few copies of Snake Eyes, so. Unfortunately, though, I believe that is our last Ultra, so I don't think we are unfortunately not getting T-PHON, but that's fine. That's what buying singles is for. The card scanner, excellent. That's our play set. There's our playset of TG Overdragner. I believe with this, I think that is our last foil. Yeah, this is our last pack. Yeah, that's like our fifth Horus guy. Where are you coming from? Okay, and here we go. Moment of truth. What are you looking for? Labrynth, another copy of that Labrynth monster. Little Knight. We already looked at Little Knight. We can need another one. And or Typhon. Just one of those two. 3, 2, 1. Oh, another copy of Vader Nishpad. That's our playset of Vader Nishpads. Upanishad. So all in all, I mean, not the greatest opening I could have asked for, but I mean, I got almost everything that I wanted. You know, we got the Horus card, we got the Labrynth Mommy, we got Little Knight, we have our playset of Overdragons, and one of which is our Quarter Century. So all in all, pretty successful opening. So please, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do whatever you do whenever you like a video on YouTube. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.